we've been talking about different types of poetry and what are the types that we've learned about so far. And I hope you're making your tree too, your poet tree. We've learned about haiku, and what are haiku poems? They have 3 lines, 5, 7, 5, 5 syllables on the first, 7 on the second, 5 on the third. And it is a form of Japanese poetry, and a lot of times people write about nature. And then what's the next one we learned about? Acrostic poems. And that's where on the left side of your paper you write a name or an object and you describe that person or object using sentences or descriptors. Today we're going to talk about Cinquain poems. Cinquain poems have 5 lines. I'm going to write that here. Cinquain. And I thought I would write a poem about Sally. When you write a Cinquain poem, it is a 5-line poem that describes something where you can get a vivid image in your mind of this person or this animal or this thing. If you have a piece of paper and a pencil, get one out and you can write this along with me, and then I want you to try to write one. And if you began a poetry book, you can add a Cinquain to your book too. So on your first line, you want to write who or what you are describing. So Sally. On the second line, you want to write 3 verbs, maybe present tense verbs, words that end in ing that tell what your thing or person enjoys doing. So she really likes running, jumping, and playing. So Sally, running, jumping, playing. And you know what I did? I skipped on to the next line, and I'm sorry. But instead of starting over, I'm just going to go and put this back up here. On the second line, actually you're going to write 2 descriptors that describe your person or thing. So I'm going to go back up here and write that she is sweet, and she is mischievous. I'll make sure I spell mischievous correct. Some people say mischievous. Mischievous. I left out that I. There we go. So Sally, sweet, mischievous. So I wrote 2 adjectives that describe her. 3 verbs that she likes to do, running, jumping, and playing. And now on the 4th line, you write sort of a phrase that tells something that someone or something or some animal likes to do. So she likes to joyfully go on walks. That's what she likes to do. Makes her so happy. She's just at the door, ready to go down the street, and she's happy the whole time. And then on your last line, you're going to write another word that describes your first word. So Sally is a dog, so I'm going to put doggy. So this is a Cinquain. So Sally, sweet, mischievous, running, jumping, playing, joyfully going on walks, doggy. That describes her. Let's write one together. Maybe one about an animal, something that you know something about. What about, let's write about a penguin. So write your topic here. And then 2 words that describe penguins. They are smart, what else? They're smart, and what do? They like to waddle around, they take care of their families, they're very family oriented. You know, when they huddle together, they try to keep each other warm. I know the dad penguins do that, and then the moms go off in search of food, and then they come back, and they trade off the babies. I'm trying to think, so they're smart, and they are, what could we put? Yes, they're playful. They're also playful. They like to play, and they're good swimmers. We could put something about that. So we could do that here, because you're gonna have your 3 verbs. There's swimming, some of them sort of hop, swimming, hopping. And they swim and they find food, so fishing. Then a phrase that describes them. They are unique animals, aren't they? What's something we could put about them? Swimming in the ocean, very graceful, gracefully, how gracefully they live their lives. Or they live. And now we need another word that describes penguin that renames it, really. We could say birds. They are birds. But since we just have one, we're just going to put bird. So we have penguin, smart, playful, swimming, hopping, fishing. How gracefully they live, bird. And so we've learned about haikus, acrostic, and we're going to add a Cinquain to our poetry. Hope you're having a great morning, and I will talk with you soon.